Can Google detect writer-created content? So Rytr is a AI writing assistant that's based on the GPT-3 natural language processing API that's available from OpenAI. And what all that just means is that you can put in a couple words, hit write me a post, and it produces a big post. And so, it's a pretty incredible tool. There's a bunch of them out there, but then there's a big question mark on, can Google detect this content? And so that's what we're going to look at today. So can Google detect writer-created content? Myself, and sort of why am I able to talk to this? I've created a content marketing agency that was heavily based off of using AI content and then having a human editor. We sold that business. Also created the world's first, built our own artificial intelligence to be able to predict if content has been produced by AI, and that's at Originality.AI to help content publishers understand the originality of the content that they're publishing on their site, whether that content is plagiarism free and whether that content came from a human or came from a bot. And so, why do we care? If it's easier, why, and it's reviewed, why do we care? Well, Google's come out and said some pretty sort of intense things around the proliferation of these tools, saying that AI generated content is against their guidelines, looking at ways that they coming out with a bunch of updates in the recent months to try and crack this and try and sort of reduce the effectiveness of AI generated content. The reality is that AI content works, and that Google has left enough room to say AI generated content that then gets fully reviewed and quality checked by a human isn't spam content, and that might be fine. So there's still a bunch of gray area there, but certainly AI spam content is frowned upon by Google, and they're continuing to try and clamp down on it. Does AI content work? The answer is absolutely. This is one of my sites in my portfolio where we've been heavily testing AI generated content. So AI generated content within a human reviewer to make sure it's accurate, and it's been producing results. It's been it's accurate and it's working well and it's readable. So we're going to look at using Rytr to create a series of posts and then running those posts through Originality.AI to see if Originality.AI can successfully predict content that was produced by Rytr. So we'll grab the first one here, head over to Rytr. So Rytr is sort of similar to a bunch of the other tools that are in the space. They've got some stats that 3 million users. I don't know if that's accurate. Maybe it is. All right. Well, we're gonna just type this in. I'm running the same sort of test across a bunch of the popular AI creation tools, and so we're gonna just let this run and see what we get. All right. So now we can go grab this content. Head over to Originality.AI, fire it in, hit scan, and we will see what we get. So on top of being a AI detector, it's also a plagiarism checker that's built for serious web publishers. So it's got a bunch of added features that sort of the existing incumbents don't have. So here, original content, but successfully predicted 93% confidence that content that we just pasted in there was produced by AI. So we'll run another one here. So I'm just going to paste that in here, write down the score that we got, and then let's go grab this and run it for another topic. So we're going to run a new scan on the So one thing that Rytr doesn't do as well as some of the other tools is the ability to create sort of a complete article. And so what you get is, I find it becomes a little bit more repetitive than some of the other tools. And so the team has not really used Rytr. It's a great tool in terms of its cost, and it's the lowest cost, unlimited AI content generating tool that's sort of widely used. So there we got ran that piece of content again and got a 96% confidence that, and so I'm going to turn all of this into a post so that everyone's able to sort of see these examples of the content, and not just, the score is one thing, but how readable is the content is something else. So I'm going to pause this and keep going through the rest of these, and I'll come back and share what the results were, and then also share the link to be able to sort of see all these examples. All right. Okay, so we just finished the last scan. So what we can see is, if we go to all of our content scans that we've done, you can see starting here was where they got started. So we had 93, 97, 95, 99, 95, 0. This one, oh, that was just a failed test. That's just a bug. So one of them we found had a little bit of plagiarism. Overall, and in terms of the usefulness of the tool, it's certainly not my preferred tool. The set blog sections, they don't have the full blog post as an option. Potentially it's a better fit for other of these use cases, but in terms of using Rytr for blog posts, it's certainly not the best tool for that. It doesn't go very deep and stays very, very formulaic. Every sentence here begins with Rytr. It just doesn't create content that will be able to be used very effectively. And then on top of that, so if we go through the scoring, what is Rytr was 93% confident that it was produced by AI, 93 how does Rytr work, 95 for who created Rytr, 99 for who is Rytr for, 95%, 97%, 93%. So basically everything that got produced, the AI that we've built at Originality.AI was easily able to determine that had been produced by a AI tool that had been trained with one of the popular natural language processing APIs like GPT-3. So anyways, that's sort of the summary, but yeah, I think this sort of confirms that Google would be capable of building, or has already built, AI that can accurately predict if content was produced by a bot writing tool. And so yeah, hopefully if you're in the space of web publishing, check out Originality.AI, and to help sort of give you sort of an improved writing experience when it comes to both plagiarism checking and then adding the tool into your tool belt of understanding the originality risk and whether or not content that you're publishing on your site could be determined to be AI in the future. And just make, everyone gets to make that sort of risk decision for themselves. I'm still going to be using, even though I've built Originality.AI, I think it has, AI content has a place certainly in the future around web publishing. But it's, I think if I'm publishing content that I don't want to be AI generated, I want to be able to be confident of that. And that's where Originality.AI can come in and help. All right. I'll drop some links in the comment section or below, in the description below, and you'll be able to come over and read all of these examples at a post. All right, and check out the other tools as well, the other videos of the other tools to see which one you think would be the right fit for your use case.